is Guru Padma Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, and at the same time, at the lotus feet of Srila Bhaktivedanta Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj, I'm offering and now me the verses at their lotus feet. After that, I'm offering my verses to Nitya Pravishram Vishnupada Satra Satra Srimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Raksha Srila Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pranat Puri Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, and to the Vaishnavas present here, to the sannyasis, to all Vaishnavas present here, to all the devotees who are thirsty to hear Harikatha, I'm offering my verses to all the mothers, to everyone I'm offering my verses. Today, in the evening, we are here about this Raya-Ramananda Samvada. So now, Pujapad Sanjay Prabhu, he very nicely and in a brief, he gave an introduction about this Raya-Ramananda Samvada. Very nice, I like it very much. In this introduction, he was telling all the topics. This actually, what is the identity of this Raya-Ramananda Samvada he gave us? Like by seeing a tree, you cannot understand. Only when you can see the fruits, you can understand the truth. So by knowing the fruits, you can know how is a tree. So in the same way, he very nicely was explaining about this Raya-Ramananda Samvada, about Raya-Ramananda, sorry, and how in this Chaitanya Charitamrita he told that there is 5 brunch and one of them is this Raya-Ramananda Samvada. Like in the same way that in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the 5 chapters of this Ras Panchadhyaya, they call like the 5 pranas of Srimad Bhagavatam. So in this way, in this conversation of Raya-Ramananda, it's extremely important. This topic is very special. So so there is no doubt everyone can hear. When we hear about these topics, all our understanding, our intelligence will grow more and more. So that's why he also taught very nicely. He explained how in this, what is the topic of this Raya-Ramananda Samvada? About the love of Srimati Radhika is the crest jewel of all. So it's been established that topmost goal is this love of Srimati Radhika. Also spoke about what is the sadhana and what is the sadhya. Without sadhana, one cannot achieve the goal. So after defining what is the goal, then we need to practice the process of sadhana. So all this conception, he explained it very nicely. This has been very nice explained in this chapter from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Why Mahaprabhu? Why he spoke all these things with Raya-Ramananda? This is also very important. So I want to speak a little about this. When Krishna and his pastimes and he went back to his transcendental world, so Krishna himself was thinking, Srimati Radhika, she has so strong anuraga for me that I myself, I cannot understand how deep is her anuraga. So like there is this verse to understand is what is the glory of the pranay, of the love of Srimati Radhika, and what is my sweetness that she is relishing. She's always relishing the sweetness of me. What is that sweetness? And when she's relishing my sweetness, what she's feeling in her? What is the experience that she's feeling in her heart? To know these 3 things, to be able to realize these 3 things, Krishna himself, he came in this Kali Yuga again as Gauranga. With the mood and the complexion of Srimati Radhika, he came as Gauranga. So Even though Krishna, he appeared in Kaliya, he could come after, but because of the calling of Advaita Acharya, so that's why Krishna himself, he came to this world earlier. So in relation to this, our acharyas, they explain there is two main reasons why Mahaprabhu came. There is the primary reasons and the secondary reasons. So the primary reason is this Siradaya Pranaya Mahima Kitrisho. And the secondary, and the second primary is the calling of Advaita Acharya. So Advaita Acharya, he was seeing the condition of Navadip, how everyone there, they were not following the Dharma. And because of this, Advaita Acharya, he taking this water of Ganga and took in Tulsi leaves, he was worshipping Sagram, and then Krishna manifests in the form as Gauranga. And for the other side, the secondary reasons are to give this prayer bhakti and to establish Varnasrama Adi and others. So this been described. So Krishna came in the form as Gauranga, and he took the mood and the complexion of Srimati Radhika. Why? Because Krishna himself, he was contemplating. He said, if I don't take a guru, then I will not be able to relish fully what I want. Without guru, I will not be able to. So until even Brahma, Shivji, others, if we don't take shelter of Guru, then one cannot be able to achieve. So that's why Brahma. So in the scripture is being described. I will not explain this verse deeply, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, he was considering. He is thinking, I need to take shelter for one of my guru. So when he was thinking like this, then he took Diksha from Ishvara Puripad, and then he took sannyas from Keshav Bharati. But still, what he was thinking, that he needed to take shelter of Guru. Why? Because there is a Shiksha Guru, there is Diksha Guru, and then also there is a Guru, there's Bhajan Shiksha Guru. The Guru is instructing about Bhajan. All these bhajans that can take us to very high. So for this we need to Guru, and by this Guru we will be able to really realize actually ras and also relish the ras. To be able to relish ras, there is a big necessity of Guru. So Swarup Damodar is also there, but Swarup Damodar, it's been described that Swarup Damodar is Lalita Sakhi. So when he was considering Lalita Sakhi, her mood is Pragalva. He's very strong. She speaks very strong. Today we went to Uchagaon. So we heard something about Lalita Sakhi. So when in reality, to be able to relish the mood of Srimati Radhika, to be able, someone who has, he needs someone whose mood is very similar to Srimati Radhika. So whose mood is very similar to Srimati Radhika is Vishakha. In the scriptures then, Sajatiya, so in the scriptures say we should be in the association of those who have the same mood that we are aspiring, that they are affectionate with us and that they are more elevated as. So it's very important that it's the same mood that we are aspiring for. Sajatiya, Snigdha. Until we don't have this, we will not be able to relish ras. So considering like this, Mahaprabhu, he was contemplated, and then he thought, so that's why he chose Raya-Ramananda, who is Vishakha-devi. Why? Because Vishakha-devi and Radhaji, they have one same mood. That's why. So that's why in some places Vishakha is called Anuradha. Because she has a similar mood that the mood of Srimati Radhika. That's why he took shelter of Vishakha-devi, to be able to relish what are the moods of Srimati Radhika. Vishakha is a special kind of a brunch. In Krishna-karnamrita, it's been described very nicely. I will not go towards that because our topic today is about this conversation between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Raya Ramananda. So this is what we want to focus now. So Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami in this Raya-Ramananda Samvada, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the Madhya Lila, in the 8th chapter, in the introduction verse, he says, Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami himself in the Mangala Charana, he said, so Bhakti Etanamuna Vite. So in a very, so Krishna himself is the personification of rasa. He's rasa swarup, and he went to relish rasa. So that's why they compare it in the same way. Then when you have the ocean, by the heat of the sun, then the water of the ocean evaporates, and then after it evaporates, it comes in the sky and it takes the form of clouds. When it becomes very condensed, then it takes the form of clouds, and these clouds, it is raining, and where goes, and this rain again comes to the ocean. So, and when in the ocean there is these oysters, and the oysters, if by taking the water, by getting the water of the rain, when it's the Swati the constellation called Swati, then they make pearls. So that's why. So Mahaprabhu is like an ocean, and Raya-Ramananda is compared like the cloud. So then, when all that sweetness was condensed, and then the same things, like Raya-Ramananda was speaking about all these tattvas, siddhantas, and Mahaprabhu was hearing this. Then Mahaprabhu himself, he was relishing all this rasa. So when the water of the ocean becomes condensed and becomes a cloud. So here there is something important. Only in this constellation called Swati Nakshatra. When this Swati Nakshatra, in that time there is a rains and it comes in the ocean, then they will make pearls. Not in any time, only that time when there's this constellation of Swati is there. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, he is an ocean of rasa, and by Raya-Ramananda, he was relishing all those rasas. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, he himself is relishing this rasa, and he's also distributing this to all the jivas. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all these kathas that he heard from Raya-Ramananda, he heard so nicely. Mahaprabhu in a very humble mood, he was hearing. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he delivered Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and after delivering him, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya told him, "You are going to South India, so there is a very qualified person, this Raya-Ramananda, for sure you should meet with him." So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was going to South India, when he arrived to the banks of Godavari, and when he met with Raya-Ramananda, at that time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was manifested so much humble mood, and Raya-Ramananda also, he's not little. He was also very humble, because actually as much more devotion is there, as much more one feels very insignificant, very humble. So in Chaitanya Bhagavat it's been told that as much humble one becomes, as much we can achieve that devotion. So Mahaprabhu, he was telling, oh, I will stay with 10 days with you. So Raya-Ramananda was asking, oh, Mahaprabhu, please stay with me at least 10 days. So Mahaprabhu said, what to speak about 10 days? I want to stay my whole life with you. So, and then they started this kata. There is very beautiful description about this. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's asking, and Raya-Ramananda, he's answering to his questions. So at the beginning, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking, can you please ascertain what is the topmost goal? And the Raya-Ramananda is answering. So Mahaprabhu first, he told the Raya-Ramananda, give me evidence from the scriptures. Whatever you should say, we should always give evidence from the scriptures. We should not speak about our own thinkings. So whatever Ramana will speak, he will always give evidence from the scriptures. So Mahaprabhu, what he's asking, oh, Paras Lak Sastra Nirnay. So you should ascertain what is this God that is related to the soul. This we need to understand very nicely. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, in his commentary, he's explaining that what is the function related, like the natural function of the jivas, related to the soul. Actually, every jiva has a natural, eternal nature. Actually, in sadhu sangha, by sadhu sangha, this becomes manifest. But this is the eternal nature of the jiva. It's eternally present there. So there is a potential in every jiva, and by the association of sadhus, then this potential that one has, it becomes manifesting, developing, flourishing. So we should understand this first properly. Mahaprabhu, he was telling, oh, go farther, this is external, go farther. Please let me hear more. So Mahaprabhu, what he wanted to hear, what is the eternal nature of the jiva that is like inherent to the jiva. So he said, please, you giving evidence from the scriptures, you should tell me what is the sadhya, what is the goal. And then after he will ask, what is the sadhana? So Srila Gurudev used to say, whatever bhajan sadhana you can do, but the first thing you need to know, you need to first define what is your goal. First you need to ascertain what is your goal. And after this, according to what is our goal, then we can practice something. If we don't know what is our goal, how we will be able to practice something to achieve this? If we don't know what is our ultimate goal, then we will not be able to know also which process to follow. So the jiva is eternal servant of the Lord. The jivas are coming from this Tatastha Shakti, and they are a manifestation different and non-different simultaneously of the Lord. So this das means like this tendency to serve. No, das mean here that everyone has a tendency to serve the Lord, not that everyone is in dasya rasa. So the nature, the eternal nature of all the jivas is being a servant of the Lord. Srimati Radhika herself, how she considers Krishna, I am the servant of Krishna. She has this mudama, the sevika of Krishna. So this word das doesn't mean dasya ras, means like a mood of servant. So when we hear this Jivera Sarupa Hoy Krishna Nitya Das, so this das doesn't mean dasya. Das means like this tendency to serve, seva briti. So tendency of the heart is like inclined to serve the Lord. So to enjoy this is not the nature of the jiva. This is also something we need to understand. That's why Srila Bhakti Priyankesha Goswami Maharaj, he will say that those people who want to melt with the Brahman, they want to become one with the Brahman. So what they do? They suicide. They suicide. They wanted to suicide the soul. And they go far from the real dharma. This is a cheating. So, all these are like cheating dharmas. Actually, the nature of the jiva is serving the Lord. In this, we stand in this world. Can you say that you're not serving? We are serving always. We are serving our mind. We are serving family. We are serving someone. We are serving the body. Are we serving the body or not? Everyone is serving, directly or indirectly. We somehow serving. Some are serving father and mother. Some they're serving the country. Everyone is doing some kind of service. But actually, this is not the eternal nature of the jiva. They are all engaging in dharmas that are temporary. But actually, this eternal dharma of the jivas is related to the soul. So, svarupa-anubandhi-priti, this function of the jiva is connected to the soul. What is this? So that in relation to this, we can understand what is our goal, and then what process we need to follow to be able to achieve this goal. So that's why Mahaprabhu is saying, please telling me evidence from the scripture, ascertain what is this sadhya. And Raya-Ramananda say, Swadharma charane Vishnu Bhakti hoy. So Raya-Ramananda, he was giving evidence for this from Bhishma Purana. Varnasrama. So in this verse, he said, how can we please Vishnu? The ordinary definition of bhakti. So love to the Lord. In the Priti Sandarbha, it's been Srila Jiva Goswami Pada is saying, the materialistics, the nature of the materialistic, how it is, they always want to give happiness to those who are dear to them. So, in the same way, they constantly. So that actually bhakti is like transforming that love to what these material things towards Krishna. Actually, in a general here, we can understand that the jivas, now we have affection for material things. Some they have affection for wealth, some they have affection for recognition, for fame. Somewhere in any material thing, our affection is there. Like Tulsidas in Ram Charitra Manas is saying, Come. So in the same way that the very lusty person, he's so much affectionate to the woman towards his lusty. Or like a very greedy person, he's so much attached to his wealth and he has so much greed for his wealth. These are examples. So in the same way, like we have now affection for material things, but in the same way, we need to transform this affection towards Krishna. So in the same way that a materialistic person is always having affection for material things, in the same way we need to develop constantly a love and affection for Krishna. So our love and affection should be constantly to Vishnu, to Krishna. So that's why in this verse that he quoted, he said, So Vishnu Aradhate Nanya. So to please Vishnu, what means? So in this verse is saying to please Vishnu, we should follow Varnasram Dharma, our prescribed duties. So Those people who they don't follow Varnashram Dharma, they cannot enter in this. Like we should for sure will follow this Varnashram Dharma. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur he writes. Anyone who follows nicely this Varnashram Dharma, little by little, they will be able to enter in this transcendental. This is not my words. Bhaktivinoda Thakur himself, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, he described this by he's telling about following Varnashram Dharma. If we will not follow Varnashram Dharma, we will be following like Dharma, like animals. Actually, the animals, they don't have Dharma. What the animals are doing? The cows get married? No, they don't get married. But the humans, they follow rules and regulations. Like, so in the scriptures, there's many descriptions about the different duties and rules and regulations one should follow. So that's why I said, so we should follow this Varnashram Dharma. There is 4 Varnas and 4 Ashram. So Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanapastha, and Sannyas. And there is a nice description about this. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he speaks very nicely, he describes very nicely about this Varnashram Dharma. Not only this, if anyone will follow very nicely this Varnashram Dharma, we can achieve everything. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave example. Like there is a very chaste lady, and her husband has leprosy. He has disease in the skin, this leprosy. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is giving this example, not me. So I say, this lady was able to speak. They stopped the moving of the sun due to her chastity. So you know about this story. So even if we know, like actually this chastity of a woman is inside this Varnashram Dharma. So all these katha has been described in the scriptures. That's why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he answered to Raya-Ramananda, said, this is external. Tell me something further. Why he told this? Because Varnashram Dharma. Actually, because this is not fully connected with the eternal nature of the soul. That's why it's just only Varnashram Dharma and not serving to the Lord, then there's not result there. If one is following this 4 Varnas ashram, but if one doesn't worship Krishna, even if someone is following all these prescribed duties of Varnas and ashram, but one doesn't worship Krishna, then that person will need to go to a hell called Gauranga. So this is a verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. So only following Varnashram Dharma is not enough. So that's why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, this is external, you should keep going more. I want to hear even more. Then Raya-Ramananda, what he told after, Krishna karma arpan arpanam. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Raya-Ramananda, he's giving a verse of Bhagavad Gita. Says, if someone is Krishna-karnmrita, means anyone who is offering everything to Krishna, then, but we will continue here in this afternoon.